Sometimes your biggest problem is connecting Platform A to Platform B. That's why I'm speaking with Shaun Olsen from Aero Systems Integration, who's going to tell us what Aero can do for you. Shaun, thank you very much for talking to us.
Oh, thank you.
What is Aero Systems Integration?
Aero Systems Integration is really the services arm of Aero Electronics, which is headquartered in Denver, Colorado.
And you have a unique position in being able to offer a much larger managed service to potential customers.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So you mentioned connecting Platform A to Platform B, and to me that's really where it all begins. We'll take what we see a lot of today are people moving to the cloud, things like Microsoft's Cloud PBX platform, but they still have an investment in a PBX on premises. Could be something from Avaya, could be something else, and there's a desire to have interoperation between the two platforms. So that's really where our specialization comes in, making sure that the investment in things like contact center, legacy PBX don't go away because customers begin their journey to the cloud. And then of course, here at Aero, we have a robust managed services platform that we can use to help monitor, manage, and keep things up and running 24/7.
And that sort of integration of connecting, say, a legacy platform with a new cloud or hybrid solution has caused, well, headache would be the most polite way to say it, but millions of dollars of wasted productivity would be a better way to say it. What does Aero do to make sure that that doesn't happen? How do you ensure that the integrations go smoothly?
Well, I think it comes down to the basics. You start with a well-formed plan, make sure you understand the technology, make sure you understand, in a lot of cases, what the limitations are of the cloud technology, and then just set on a good path to roll it out.
Let's talk about a new type of deployment, a new type of integration, and that is the integration of the Internet of Things. It's no longer a few thousand devices, but it could be millions of devices. And the security of the IoT has really come into focus the last year or so. Aero, well, you have expertise in this area. How do you connect and secure IoT?
Well, I think a couple of things you said, and going back to your previous question on wasted time and productivity, a lot of times the investment in cloud platforms, in new technologies, is to enable things like Internet of Things. Companies just wanting to do something simple like a temperature sensor with thresholds set, so if it trips, they can go action on that. We have a lot of examples in our booth this week where we can actually interrupt a workflow and make smart decisions, whether it's raise a phone call, start a Skype for Business meeting, do something with Breeze, to enable that additional productivity and really leverage Internet of Things and where things are going. As it relates to security, there are a lot of options available with some of the other partners that are here. Microsoft, what they're doing with Azure and some of the guarantees they'll do there, AWS as well. And to me, again, it comes back to, do you have a well-formed plan? These things are on the edge of your network. What are your security tolerances, and how are you going to ensure that you've put appropriate devices out there and appropriate plans to secure these sensors?
And again, that's right up Aero's alley in that you can take the security, best of breed security from vendor A and the best of breed connectivity from vendor B, but you need a partner. You need someone who understands how that integration actually works so that you can actually leverage the strengths of both.
That's correct. And don't forget, we are owned by Aero Electronics, which is one of the world's biggest suppliers of components and sensors. So we have deep-rooted expertise in that world as well.
If you were to reach out and speak to the IT manager behind the lens right now, what would you like to impart? What knowledge would you like to give him or her about their future integration?
What I would say is make sure you understand all of your options. Don't just run down a path because a single vendor has told you a story that you like. Talk to the partner community. Go see what's out there that may not be a single source vendor.
Mr. Olsen, thank you very much for sharing your time and for sharing your knowledge. If they wanted to find out more about Aero Systems Integration, where can they go?
aerosi.com, or my Twitter handle is Olsens1.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
And stay tapped because we've got more from Enterprise Connect 2017.